Eliza, bright like the stars, and today we're going to be doing my makeup with my Project Pan makeup products. Just so I show you guys how I use the items in my Project Pan. I once again have to apologize for yesterday, but honestly at this point this is becoming an every other day Vlogmas, which until final season is over and I'm actually home, I'm pretty content with, quite frankly. I think at this point it's gonna be difficult for me to film every day, and so I'm just going to film when I can until I go home and then can film every day. So I'm gonna start with the moisturizer. I pulled the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Dewy Gel Cream, and that's going to be some of my skin prep for today's look, because skin prep and skincare are also important. I got this for the prompt. Use a skincare item in my Beautyland picks. So this is what we ended up with. It is just a nice moisturizer. Honestly, I don't usually use moisturizer under my makeup, but a moisturizer is a moisturizer, and I would usually use it at night, but this is only my second use for the month so far, but it is also only the 8th. Yeah. Next we have my Hey Honey primer, a makeup base Silk Veil Primer Serum. If you can't tell, it is cut in half because we had to do a little surgery, and there is insanely little product in the bottom. So I'm going into my makeup bag to pull out a little brush to scoop out some of that primer, just to yeah, that's enough primer I think for my face. This makeup, I don't really need this makeup to last because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just using my makeup because I do my makeup every single day. Except I didn't do my makeup yesterday, but also it doesn't matter. So, and I obviously for this primer have a finish goal, not a usage goal. So there's that primer. My face has been adequately primed. And there's still product in there. Good amount. A few days worth. Next, we're gonna go straight in with my foundation. I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus of my other bottle that I originally rolled into Project Pan is officially empty. Oh fish, OE empty. So we're using the backup of the foundation. We're using about that much product. And we're gonna go in with, if I could find my foundation brush, there it is. We're going in with a foundation brush to go ahead and dab the product onto my face. One thing I've noticed is that even though this and the one I just finished are the exact same foundation, same brand, same shade, same everything. This one is a lot thicker. And before you say, oh, it's expired, this one's newer than the one I just emptied. This one is a newer bottle of the same foundation, so it's not expired, it's not old. It is the newer bottle, and it still is just very thick and very cakey, and I'm not necessarily enjoying it as much as the bottle I just emptied, which is really unfortunate. I wonder if there was like a formula change, but it just goes on so cakey compared to the other one, and I play it the same way, so literally no clue why it does that, why it's so thick. Next is the e.l.f. Bronzing Drops in Rose Gold. This has a finish goal where I don't think anywhere close to hitting the finish goal because it's such a newer product, and I also don't use them correctly, but that is on purpose. Generally you would bronze your whole face by just shoving it over top of underneath your makeup and just cover your whole face. It's like a skincare thing, but I don't tan, I don't fake tan, I don't get bronze, I'm very pale, so I just put it on where I would put my powder bronzer, and will put my powder bronzer later. Next, cream blush. This is the cream blush that I ultimately have a goal of finishing. It is a Franken of an LA Colors blush stick and a e.l.f. blush stick. It is just a nice little Franken blush in this little pot or container that I got from the Shopkins Real Littles line. Is this container actually? So we're gonna do quite a few swipes because it's not the most pigmented blush in the world, especially like when you get the LA Colors one in there, you know? It's not super pigmented. So I'm gonna blend that out with a blush brush that I have in my collection. I'm just gonna blend. We're blending for the camera today, so we're gonna see, because we're just doing our makeup in the camera. Yes. Okay, so there is my blush. Coffee. Next, I'm gonna use the product that I don't like. I pulled it for the Joker prompt. It is the Lucky Chic Liquid Illuminizer, and I am just gonna dot it where I would put my highlighter, but like, I really think this is an unnecessary product. I've tried mixing it with my foundation, and it caused it to separate and peel. I don't like it. I don't like a liquid highlighter, and I don't like this liquid highlighter, but I have a finish goal on it for my deck of panning, so we're going to keep using it until it's empty, because it's a little tube of product. It'll be okay. It's just a tiny little tube, so it'll be fine. It's just annoying to use. And then we have my other finish goal product, a Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. This is actually a finish goal for the prompt Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy because of just how small and itty bitty this concealer is. It's such an itty bitty concealer that it should be gone in like, it should be an empty in like no time. So it's on my finish goals list. And I blend that out with an itty bitty beauty blender that I just keep with my brushes. I don't usually use beauty blenders, but I find them nice to blend out a liquid concealer. So that is what we're doing. Next, we're setting our face with my Finish Bowl setting powder, the W7 Set It Up Finishing Powder. It is, ooh, fudge. I got it on the table. It is just a translucent setting powder, which today we're gonna be picking up off of the table to put on my face, as opposed to what we normally do, which is pick it up from in the product. We're just picking it up from the table because I spilled some. There we go. And we're gonna just go ahead and dab that all over the face. Yes, I use a lot of powder. Just because I like using a lot of powder. I like the way it looks. I like the way the baked face stays and holds and looks. I used to not use powder at all. Like, I used to just go around my face unset for a while. I was going around with my face completely unset, but we're beyond that point now. That powder is the one with the Finish Bowl on it. We have one more in our collection, but I haven't even opened it to use it yet. So, and today's video isn't using my makeup, it's using my Project Pan. So we're Project Panning. This is just a clean, fluffy brush that I use to get the powder, the excess, off of my face, because when you put on as much powder as I do, you get a lot of excess that needs to come off. So there's that. Now for round 2 of base products. Round 2 of base products, we're gonna use, I think I hit my 5-use goal on this Mono Duo Viva Duo blush palette. So I think I've hit my 5-use goal on this for this month. So I'm going to go in with my Per Extras World Tour, which I have a 10-use goal on for this month, because either way, I'm getting use on this. So I'm gonna go in very lightly with the bronzer shade. I'm gonna go right where you're supposed to go. And I go so light with this because it is so pigmented. It's insane. Look at all that pigment, and that's just like a little bit. I'm gonna go under the chin with it. I'm gonna go, this part scares me. The nose scares me with this bronzer because it is just such a pigmented bronzer that I don't want to like fuck up my face. I think it was Valentina who does that. The ding 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 as she's applying her makeup. Okay, we didn't fuck it up with the bronzer. We're not wearing an insane amount. We're good. That is one use of our bronzer. And for it to count as a use, we have to use the bronzer and the blush. So we're gonna go in with the blush in the same, I don't have to use the highlighter because that is a fully empty pan. But we do have to use this pink, neon-y pink blush that we also need to be gentle with, but not as gentle because I don't quite mind a bit of blush blindness. I quite frankly will accept a bit of blush blindness. I will not be beating the blush blindness allegations. Because I do, in fact, love just a lot of blush. I don't think I went that crazy though. I think in person it'll probably be crazy scary, but on camera it's not showing up. Oh, is it? It's actually not that bad for in person either. I'd say pigmented, yes, but blush blind, no. So we're okay with that. And then the last part of our powder base is our Wet n Wild Hello Halo Mega Glow Blush Lighter Duo, except the blush is empty, and so we're just using the highlighter side. Because we have an empty goal on this product, a finished goal on this product. So we're just gonna use some of that highlight. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. I like a lot of highlighter on my nose, because I can. I like a lot of highlighter on my face because I can. Next we have eyes. The only eye palette in fully in my project pan is my LA Colors eyeshadow palette in Lemon Drop. But every eyeshadow palette I own is technically in my project pan, as no pan left behind. But we're gonna use this for the pretty much our whole look today, cause yeah, I might pull in, this one's also in my project pan, but just one shade of it is, so I'm probably not gonna pull that in. I brought my Estate Rose Rendezvous palette mostly for this shade down here, but that's for my eyebrows, so I probably will only pull that in for my brows. So we're gonna start with a fluffy brush, my favorite place to start. We're gonna start with yellow, but we're not doing a yellow eye look, so we're gonna go kind of easy on the yellow, and it's gonna go on the inner part of our lid. We're gonna do a gold eye look, so this is just gonna be the base for a lot of those shimmers. One thing about ColourPop, LA Colors, is their shadows are pigmented, but they have a lot of pickup and a lot of fallout. Next we're gonna go and we're gonna deepen it with this brown shade. We're gonna put that brown in our outer part, in the outer half of our eye look, because we're gonna go kind of gold into bronze is what my goal is gold into bronze, because the golds in here are the only ones I haven't used for no pan left behind. So we're gonna no pan left behind essentially this palette. We're gonna use every shade in the palette that I haven't used, and some that I have. This is also, I rolled it in for a 3-use goal as a palette, and this is use 3. So next we're gonna go ahead and take this middle gold shade. I'm gonna just pick it up with my fingers. It's just gonna go on my lid. And then I'm going to do some transitioning on my eyes with this kind of brush, a little pointed brush. I'm gonna go in with these two shades that look empty but aren't. This one is a gold. And it has just a little bit of product left. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that product and just emphasize the gold on the middle of my eye with that product that's stuck on those sides there, because I can't go in to that product with my finger. There we go. Next we have this bronze that also looks pretty much empty, and we're just gonna go in same brush and put that on the outer like third of my lid. And we're gonna call that my eye makeup for today. Well, before we line, this is a black eyeliner from Beauty Vault. It's just the standard black eyeliner. And I'm just gonna do a cute little wing. I don't necessarily want to finish this black eyeliner because I love it, but I'm gonna use it because I love it. Some people be making like doing their eyeliner look easy. That is not me. If you wanted it to look like I was doing nothing, I was doing my eyeliner. If you wanted me to do my eyeliner like it was nothing, you have the wrong girl. Your girl here is lucky she has 2 eyeliner wings on her face. But she does, so it's okay. We're gonna call those even enough. We're gonna go in with mascara. This is just my Dollar Tree mascara. Technically, there's a mascara in my project pan that I don't want to use for this look because it is white. There's like a white mascara in my projects that I like, but like, I like it, but like not for this look. This mascara though, I don't know if you can tell, but it's giving me pretty much nothing because it's almost dried out. It's pretty much dried out, this mascara, so this might be her last use. I have another black mascara, so this might be her last use. I'm gonna go in my waterline with my Wet n Wild white pencil eyeliner. Again, there's technically pencil eyeliners in my projects, but they're like green and blue, and those don't go with this. So we're putting white in the waterline. Next, I'm going to go in with the Estate palette just to use it for my brows. I use that bottom brown shade I showed you earlier, and I just go zoop. Bud zoop. And I own a brow pencil, but I prefer to do my brows this way because I like how easy it is, and I like the way it looks. Cool. Look at that. I have eyebrows. Cute. I just like smudge that back, and I have eyebrows. Finally, it is time for lips. The lip products that I have specifically in projects are for a red lip. So we're gonna do a red lip today. Starting with the Pandayan red lip pencil. Did I say lip pencil? I meant lip liner. I am not a huge fan of this because it's such a bright red, but it has a 60 goal in my project, so we're gonna use it. So 6 uses done. Next we have a red lip from Koki Cosmetics in the shade Boss Lady. This is a 12 use goal in my project. Do I want to use it 12 times? No, because it's a red lip. How often am I going for a bright red lip? I thought I would go for one more because it's December, but all my sweaters that I have here are cute little cool tones. And red lips don't really go with cute little cool tones. But ain't it cute? Ain't it hot with a gold lid? Ain't that Christmassy? And then the final lip product in my project pan is a clear lip gloss. This is the LA Colors clear lip gloss. It's just in the container of a Five Below lip oil because the tube it was in broke. And I had to rehome it in this Five Below lip oil, which, by the way, wasn't empty because we love empty. And that's my lips all glossed. And that is my finished look. If you liked doing this with me, make sure to do all the YouTube things like comment, subscribe, hype. Hype is new, right? Yes, hype. Oh, setting spray. The Lottie Stay Matte AF setting spray. I loves it. Anyway, yeah, do all the YouTube things. And that'll be all. Stay tuned.